This is the Get Beam Challenge, and pretty much this is what it is. All your favorite barbers, all the best barbers out there, there's something they're uncomfortable with. There's something they've never tried. There's something that they could do today to improve their overall craft or their overall art. So this is a challenge pretty much telling barbers, let's get uncomfortable, man. Let's continue to grow and not stay stagnant. And that's something that, you know, me and Get Beam, when we talk, that's something that's kind of like almost always brought up. So with that being said, here's my go at it. Something a little bit different. Never tried this before. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about.
Alright, so we're cutting Christian Perez himself. Starting off with the TI lines, we're just gonna bald them out. We're gonna do like a curly hair taper. You guys have been requesting this, and this is the Get Beam challenge, pretty much. I mean, me, Get Beam, Christian Perez, we're doing a live stream every Thursday night, 9:30. We do a live stream on my Instagram page, and we had Get Beamed on, and we were just kind of discussing how it's necessary. You can't be the best possible barber you can be if you stay stagnant. So you got to get uncomfortable sometimes. So that's where we're doing these challenges. We're challenging ourselves to get uncomfortable. So here we're doing a taper. You guys can follow along with the color guard system. The white 1.5 is really a black guard. So it's real simple. You start off with the ball line, the blade open, then the one open. Here I have the one open, and you guys can see the blend is coming together. This is the number 3 guard, and we'll follow this through all the way to the back of the neck, as you can see here behind the ear. Go ahead and use that just to kind of lower it down some, so it's not so curly behind the ear. So when you go to put the line on it, it pops. Now we're going back to the 1.5 guard and just kind of debulking it some, making sure the transition looks good. And I like to look at it from different angles. It's important to see it in different lightings, whatever you're doing as far as a blend, to make sure that it looks good no matter what lighting, no matter what angle you look at it. So we're gonna go ahead and do a deep blend into the beard. He likes the length long, but we're gonna blend it in real tight, bald on the sides, and it's pretty much the same steps that you would do with any blend. So bald, right here I'm kind of debulking with the number 2 guard, then the 1.5 guard, then the one open, then the one closed, and it'll all come together. Here's the one open, and here's the one closed, and you can see the blend is coming together now. See? And if you need to, you can go in and follow it up with the blade open, but we don't necessarily need to. Now we're gonna start the taper in the back, and we have the blade all the way open from the bald line, going up about 1 inch. Now it's about midway open, and the line's almost gone and the blade's midway open. So that goes to show you, you don't really need to zero gap your clippers in order to take that ball line out. Most of the time, guys, your issue is you're not going up high enough. So here we have the blade open. This is our next guideline. We're skipping the half guard. We're going straight to the number 1 close, and you'll see the blend pretty much comes together. If there's still a little bit of a faint line, then you just go with the blade open and kind of use the corners, but you don't necessarily need to use the half guard. Here we're using the number 2, going right below the occipital bone. The occipital bone is where your skull starts to kind of come out a little bit. Everybody pretty much has it. Some people have it more than others, but you want to stay below that. Below the number 2, we're doing the 1.5 guard, and you're gonna have to play with it, open it, close it. But generally, from the number 1 open to the 1.5 guard close, it'll kind of come together, as you can see here. If you have to go back with your 1 guard open, like I'm doing here, just to touch it up, if there's still a little bit of bulk there, you can, and usually it'll do the job. Now we have the 1 guard closed. Just in case there's still a little bit of a faint line, we'll follow it up again with the blade open, like I was telling you guys. And that pretty much brought it all together, as you can see. And usually with the shape of the head, from the number 2 guard, you don't really need to, as long as you're coming off the shape of the head, you don't really need to do a whole lot of clip over comb, scissor over comb, or much of anything. You can see it looks pretty much blended. We might follow it up with the number 3 guard, just to really bring it together, or do some scissor over comb. But yeah, as long as you're using the shape of the head and you're not cutting right into the bulk of the hair, you really don't need to do a whole lot of blending. And on this side, we're pretty much just doing the same thing. I'm going ahead and I'm blending the beard in, and I'm following through. So like here, for example, we had the ball line, we used the blade open, now we got the 1 open. We're taking out this 0 line, and to take out the 0 line, it's pretty much like 2 or 3 lever opens, and you take that line out and it's blended. You just don't want to go up higher than the next guideline, so you don't raise the blend up too much. And like, I'm using the corners not necessarily because I'm doing detailing, but it's a smaller area to work with, and using that whole blade, you'll cut too much of, see how I'm leaving it dark around the C cup? If I use the whole blade, I'm gonna cut all that right off, so I gotta work in smaller sections. I haven't cut Perez's hair in like a year, man, so it was fun chopping it up. We were talking a lot, as you can see, having a good time. That same night is where I recorded the last video. If you haven't seen the crop top I did the last video, that was a correction cut. We skipped the half guard and the 1.5 guard. Go check that out. And then we did his haircut, and we also did a live stream, the Thursday night live stream, with this time we did it with Jesse Lima. So, and we showed off the cordless T outliners. If you guys haven't seen that, the Andy T outliners are gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait to show you guys those trimmers. So we'll be at Bronner Brother this year. It's gonna be February. Go check that out. We're gonna have our first ever meet and greet party that Sunday night. So if you're a Tune 45 barber and you want to come meet some of the Tune 45 barbers, we definitely going to be in the doing an event. If you're not part of the Facebook group, our Tune 45 Facebook group, you won't know about it. So make sure you're part of the Facebook group so you can get all the information you need to come to the meet and greet. So here, I don't generally use my trimmers like this, but it was a good way to use it so you guys can still see it. And my slim lines are not zero gapped, and you can see that it does the job. It still leaves a line that's gonna pop. And I'll follow it up with the shaver or the razor if I need to. But usually with my trimmers, man, I'm just trying to give a nice outline, and I'll get it real close. I'll knock out all that stubble with the razor. But for this challenge, since it's a color enhancement challenge, it's something that Get Beam does. We're gonna go ahead and make this sharp. Usually I don't even touch the top of the beard unless I'm using the razor, but we're not gonna use the razor right away. We're gonna make the outline because we still got some color enhancement to do. But like Get Beamed always says, man, you don't need color enhancement. Color enhancement is not a cover up, and to be honest with you, because of this challenge, you know, it kind of confirmed to me that color enhancement still requires a skill set, right? What's advertised and what's shown off are all the bad jobs, because the bad jobs look really, really bad. But there's a lot of your favorite Instagram barbers, for example, are using color enhancement or fibers on all their pictures, and you don't even notice because they did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same way that, imagine if people just advertise bad haircuts, bad fades. Nobody would want to go to a barbershop because they thought people would think that that's normal, like that's the standard. And it's not supposed to be. It's just that's what's glorified because it gets the most attention. But like Get Beam, when he does his color enhancements, yeah, they definitely look enhanced. They look picture perfect, but it doesn't cover up anything. The man can still cut. So what I'm trying to do here is provide you guys a really dope haircut, show you guys the before, and then I'll do the color enhancement after. At this point, we're just pretty much detailing. I forgot that he really wanted it bald on the sides, so I had to go back and bald it out. I don't hide my mistakes. I make sure I tell you guys, but it's no problem. We went ahead and just balded it out and cleaned it up. So there was a little bit of bulk here, so I used my Tune 45 thinning shears just to clear it up a little bit, just to thin it out, lighten it up some. Not necessarily take length out, but more so lighten it up a little bit. And we'll do that behind the ears and follow it through to the back so it looks like it's all one haircut, right? And of course, it's important to trim the lip line if they want it. Some people like it really low, really natural, so make sure you you ask them. The consultation never stops, right? So you're asking them. And you guys can see with my trimmers, I'm always sketching. I'm not perfect with my trimmers whatsoever. I can't make one clean line, you know, with one stroke. So I kind of take my time and sketch it in. And I use usually one of my fingers as stability. I press it on the face first, and that's my stability. And I'll start with my guideline in the middle of the beard, on the bottom of the beard. I'll ask my client how high he wants it. Does he want it as low as possible? And then we'll make a decision, where is the best point to make the most defined line possible, but keep it as low as possible, right? And that's what we did here. Saw a little bit of bulk here, so we just did a quick trimmer over comb, and it did the job. And now we're just kind of cleaning up the bottom of the beard, followed up with the Bronze Series non-shaver. There's a link in the description box of the last video I did as well. One of them has a dock, the self-cleaning dock. The other one doesn't. It's about $30 difference. Okay. And we're trimming the back, the nape area. You can see a nice clean taper, nice clean line. We don't need the color enhancement to, you know what I'm saying? And none of my clients get it. Like, this is gonna be my first time ever using the spray that you see here. I've never used it before with the whole Kiss solution. Get Beam kind of explained to us how to do it. So, and I'll be honest with you, like right here, I'm struggling a little bit because I'm like afraid that it's gonna spray out too much. I'm scared it's gonna spray out too much and it's gonna look too fake. It's my first time doing it, so like it took me like 7 times to be like, okay, all right, this ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see I'm just kind of like, but it's coming out clean, I think. Still, it's just funny, like people don't understand, like this isn't as easy as it looks. It's not just spray and you're good. Like, it's just gonna make the line for you. It still takes a little bit of skill, and how far back you're spraying from matters. Because like what you'll notice is it gets kind of blotchy if, like you can see on the card where there's blotchy points, so you gotta be careful. But it's making a clean line here. Here I was nervous because I didn't want to color too much into the taper, into the actual blend, and mess it up. Right here it came out really dope on the neckline. Check this out. That looks sharp as hell to me. And we'll do this side. Didn't need it. Again, didn't need it. It just kind of, like my wife was watching the video as I was editing. She's like, damn, that made it pop like crazy. Look at that taper now. I mean, honestly, that's an Instagram photo right there. And I don't think people would notice it was enhanced, me personally, but it is. The beard probably looks a little bit more enhanced. That's probably why looks enhanced, looks a little fake. It's probably why Get Beam usually uses the brushes for the beard, is what I've noticed in his videos anyways. Get Beam, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I did the spray just to see if it would work out, and it did. Right here I kind of messed up a little bit, and I went back with like alcohol on a towel, and I cleaned up any color that kind of went above my line, and then I cleaned it up with the razor here. And you can see how, but the beard's coming in. It's coming in tough, I think. And here's where it really makes it pop. I always see Get Beam, you know, use the whole ash effect here, and that's what we're trying to create, simulate as well. But I think it's coming out dope, man. You guys gotta let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Smashing the like button helps this video get views, go viral, and it'll help, you know, keep the challenge going. Nice. I started to get used to it a little bit towards the end. I did it the last haircut as well, but I don't know how often I'm gonna be doing these color enhancements. I don't think you'll rarely see me doing this, just because my clients, they don't ask for it. Like, they, you know, my clientele is a little bit different. But I think it's coming out pretty clean, man, for my first try. But you gotta let me know in the comments below, man, what y'all thought, man. I had a lot of fun with this challenge. Here, of course, in the mustache area, I'm not even gonna try to dry shave. My man Perez got a really thick, coarse beard, so we just slapped some shave gel on there real quick. That's 145, just to clean that up. And I wanted to shout out, man, this Get Beamed. By the time this video drops, he would have hit 100,000 subscribers, so congrats to him. And Jeezy just hit 1 million subscribers. Like that. That's something that would have never fathomed would be possible for a YouTube barber to hit 1 million subscribers. So congratulations to him, man. And I believe MC Barbers at 90,000. And I had just found that out because I was thinking about taking his hands-on course. He was in Sarasota, so I saw he had just hit 90,000. So he's almost there at 100,000 too. It's dope to see everybody's growth. The new standard is gonna be 1 million subscribers for YouTube barbers, just like the YouTube makeup artists. So I think it's dope. Here we're using the Victory fiber. As you can see, I put it into my hands and then I kind of patted it in different areas, making sure it was all over the hair before I worked it in, as you see here. And that gave it some curl, some texture, and this is the finished product, man.
So there it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash the like button, share it. Let's allow this video to go viral. If you want to see some of your favorite barbers try this challenge for themselves, make sure you hit them up. Make sure you ask them to do it. As for this video, I'm gonna challenge 2 people right now. One of them is Christian Perez. The other is MC Barber. So if you guys are excited about this challenge, make sure you guys go, in their comment section and stuff. Let them know I challenged them, and it's really easy, guys. This is definitely for fun. It's not like, yo, who's better, who's the best. It's more so to show, everybody that's trying to come up in this industry, everybody new to the industry, everybody trying to grow, that it's okay to not be great at everything. Believe me, your favorite barbers are learning every day. And for a lot of you new barbers, we're still learning, we're still putting in a lot of hours to get better. So, I think this challenge is going to be more of an inspirational thing for everybody than a competition thing. So you guys let me know what you think about the challenge.